I don't care if you green, yellow, white, or black. Are you gonna help me out with my bills to make the energy go down? Are you gonna drop these gas prices? Are you gonna make things equal? You know what I'm saying? I think that's a long way from what we became right now. And I'll tell you this much about my whole thing. Now, I haven't been baptized, I'm not anything, but I have faith. I went to Catholic school all my life, went to private school all my life. Now, I see things kind of different, and I kind of see things in a different way. Give my point. I think, although the motherfucker was basically, you know what I'm saying, our money looked like sling trade baseball cards, but one point that they got was right, but the thing, one thing that was cool to me, I think they put out was the whole thing between religion and the state. Separation. I think that's good. Because you know what? If we gonna live in America that is the most diverse in religion and all that, you have to have a separation of church and state. Because if I'm a politician and my man is a Muslim, my man is a Christian, my man is a Jewish person, whatever, I know I have to do something to get myself ahead, but I cannot look at the point of having a closed mind or keeping to a small circle. I have to have an open mind. One part from the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he said something very, very smart. Well, I never thought that he would say, like, listen, man, I'm a Catholic. It's over 100-something different religions in California itself. I cannot throw my own beliefs upon nobody else. I have to listen to everybody. So, you know what? I think when it comes to politicians, you have to, in a sense, kind of dumb yourself down to religion. Because it's point like, listen, man, I'm trying to help all you, excuse my language, motherfuckers out. All you motherfuckers pay taxes. You got to get your garbage picked up. You got to pay water bills. Ain't no church gonna divide that, because you gotta pay your taxes. So you know what? You have to, in a sense, kind of dumb yourself down and have an open mind to things. Like, listen, man, you might like to go down on another man. You might want to marry a cow, but you still gotta pay them taxes, and I gotta represent you in a sense. So you know what, dude? You need to vote for me, and I'm gonna be fair with you. I'm gonna have all you motherfuckers on you. I'm gonna give all you people hope. And even if it is a gay person. Now my whole thing about the gay people, I don't care what you do. You love a person, I don't care if you're gonna be the motherfucker. I really don't care. If you wanna go to a statistic and 50% get divorced, go ahead and get it. Make it 75. I don't care. You wanna do that? I really don't give a fuck. But you have to look at a political standpoint. I have to represent you. If I wanna do something for you.
Well, that's how on earth can one politician represent the ideas and wants of everybody?
Because you know why? It's not impossible.
It is impossible.
It's not impossible.
If you represent a district of 1,000 people, you can't possibly represent the interests of those 1,000 people.
I would say this. One man has got me to the point where no other person got me. King took rocks, fire holes, and all that shit.
I thought you were going to say Bill Clinton. I was saying, hell no.
Hell no.
Hold on, cut.
Martin Luther King and other people who followed behind him got us to the point where people never thought we would ever be.
I'm a Malcolm.
He is even Malcolm.
I've watched Martin. I've watched Martin. And
I don't care. If you went through the struggle, if you went through the struggle, and you got me to the point where I'm at right now, one person did something.
There's so many things.
Rosa Parks stood and she sat in that seat and she sparked the motherfucking movement like no other. One person. Now you can't tell me one person can't move something. If one person can call evil, one person can call hope. This is true.
Let me say something. I want to go back to the brother point, and he made an interesting point in that you're not supposed to give your vote. You're not supposed to give your vote away to a black motherfucker just because he's black.
No,
that's important.
36.
And I recognize that.
36 minutes.
So hold on.
Let me know when
before I get on with that. The brother point is very important. Like, you're not supposed to vote for Barack Obama just because the motherfucker black. Because, truth be told, he support the death penalty. His basic thought about the death penalty is that it's not administered fairly. He believes that there are some crimes in which you might need to give a motherfucker the death penalty. You know what I mean? So like, generally, some people who are real left don't necessarily believe in the death penalty, but he stands for that, and I think that's a very important point.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, I also think it's very
That's
confident in the fact that the dude, although he may flip-flop back and forth from where he think on gay marriage, he's struggling with an issue that many of us struggle with. Because many of us might know a motherfucking family member who is a member of the LGBT community. You know what I mean? And so at one point in here, you want to say, fuck those people, fuck them and that. But you know somebody who's a loved one. Right. And you don't treat them like that. You don't shit on them like that. And so my point is, I think it's a good point that he's struggling with the issue, and he don't necessarily agree with gay marriage, but he might agree with gay civil unions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to go.
And before I give up the mic, I just want to go back to his point. I love what Malcolm X sound for and stuff like that, but somebody pointed out to me when I was back in college that it's crazy as hell. Martin Luther King Jr. served more time in jail than Malcolm X ever did.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people like to think Malcolm X is this militant dude and shit like that, and I don't disagree with that. But don't necessarily shit on Martin Luther King Jr. and say he ain't do that, because that motherfucker's writing letters from motherfucking jail. You know what I mean?
So what's that got to do with knowledge? What's that got to do with knowledge?
Knowledge?
Yeah, what's that got to do with, you know what I'm saying, what they put out?
My point was he was talking about being down with Malcolm X and distinguishing between the two, and that was my only point, in that a lot of people misinterpret the one point that motherfucking Malcolm was all this militant shit walking through the streets. He lived in the motherfucking North. He lived in Detroit, walked on the streets in New York where free, you know what I mean? Where it's different. You can't walk that shit in the motherfucking South. They bang you upside your head. You dig what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying.
And so that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All I'm saying is it's not so easy to throw a line in between the dudes and say they on opposite sides. No, they fight for the same thing. And Martin was in motherfucking grind in the thick of things.
We need that mic now?
Saying real things in real neighborhoods in Alabama where little girls is getting torched and fired up in churches and stuff like that. He served bigs behind jail and stuff like that. He is gangster. You know what I mean? Like, you want to look at Malcolm walking through the streets and all that. Martin was behind jail. He's gangster, basically.
Right. Hold on, I was gonna say, Kenny, you kind of walked in on this. You know, we was talking about politics, we was talking about Barack, we was talking about all everything. You know, I just want to know, did you want to
Anton, stand up for a second.
2 cents in on the discussion from what you didn't walk in on?
Yeah, we gotta hurry up because we gotta do this podcast.
Barack Obama, Barack, anything. You know what I'm saying?
I'm voting for Barack. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, as far as him flip-flopping on gay marriage, it's PR to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever. You know, I mean.
You trying to get them votes?
I mean, you're trying to get votes. I mean, people may have family members that have, right, you know, that are gay or whatever, but gay marriage, nah, you know what I'm saying?
And yeah, I just want to clear it up, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I didn't want anybody thinking, like, you know, you're supposed to hate gay people, or, you know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't hate gay. I don't think you should pull a Tim Hardaway.
Right, no.
But Tim Hardaway had a definite point. Stop pushing the guy.
Right.
He had already said he didn't want to be around the guy. You gay and you in a locker room full of men.
Right.
That's an issue. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
what's the issue though? I want to know what's the issue.
The issue is.
Oh, we gotta wrap up. We gotta wrap up.
Men, you know what I'm saying?
What's that mean though?
Oh, I put it back in your book bag. That means that you're gay and you're in a locker room full of men. So I'm uncomfortable with you, and you're gay and you're attracted to men. Maybe you should have your own separate locker room. Or maybe we should be able to shower with women. Since I'm sexually attracted to women, it should be cool for me to shower with women. If it's cool for you to shower with men who you're sexually attracted with, it's a valid point. So if you're gay,
I don't get what's the valid point about it. You think he's gonna attack you while you're in the
no,
shower?
I'm not saying I hope he does.
It's a comfortability. It's about being comfortable. That's all.
You gay. It's like if you this is why I feel like Tim already is.
When you comfortable with your sexuality.
Hey, Anton, wrap it up.
I can wrap it up when the camera go off. I still want to talk.
No, we gonna talk about it. But hey, but what I want to get like something from each person. There's something that we all talked about, whatever like
I
that.
think he's saying great things.
Just-
This is real talk between.
Yeah, it is.
I'm voting for Barack Obama.
This is what I want to say. I wanted all you brothers to go ahead and get your thoughts out. What I have had brought in, and then I want to, respond for myself. I heard my brother say right here that, okay, was it you that said Barack is
Flip
Death
flopping.
penalty.